Joe Mama.
Joe Mama.
You ready?
Joe Mama.
Joe Mama. Joe Mama.
Ask me, Joe is
Joe
Mama.
How dare you?
It's Corona time. Hey, it's Corona time right now. It's Corona time. It's Corona time. Hey, it's Corona time right now.
Hello!
Hey guys!
Hey, yo, what's good,
Welcome
everyone?
Welcome
to
to
the
the quarantine,
Quarantine
special
special.
of the Joe Mama podcast.
Oh shit!
So, as you can see, I'm in quarantine. And Lewis and Isaac in quarantine because they've both got it, so they're happy to
Yeah, we've
be in
got
the same room.
we've both got
I
COVID,
don't.
but we're
I
having
don't
no-
want to be. Yeah. We both got
So, like,
COVID-18.
like a
Hell yeah.
chickenpox party. Me and Isaac having a COVID-19 party.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
I didn't get an invite because.
Coronas.
Yeah, because Josh was too much of a pussy. He thought that he would die.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you feel me? Like it'd be hella dark. We don't know.
So basically, today we was gonna record. We were all gonna record in here, but Josh is like a little pussy.
Well,
He didn't want to
considering-
die.
didn't
Yeah.
want to die.
I'm not scared of
I'm-
myself dying.
I wanted to die, so
Yeah.
like,
Well,
That's
I have
right.
to travel a bit longer to see you guys.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
true.
there's been lots of
Josh-
stuff going on,
that's
so I thought,
2 days.
fuck it. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
Josh
stay
does
here.
have
Yeah.
like a long way to travel on public
I'm just a
transport. So we
lazy
were like, yeah,
bastard
fair enough.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
So you can't really blame him for not wanting to do like a 45-minute journey on a train because
Yeah.
Isaac has like one stop on the train from
Just one.
his station to my station, and a guy already coughed in his face.
Yeah, and I was like, did you seriously just cough in?
Did you just stand?
And,
Did you just go?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, man,
Excuse
I-
me, my
I
bro.
was about to delete myself. You feel me? Oh
Yeah.
my god! Like, I mean, like, you know,
Do you know them old vines where like
Oh,
the guy
shit.
goes "Vroom," and he disappears? That's what you did. You
literally,
just went.
Like, oh
"Vroom."
man, honestly, I was so close to just being like deuces and like I just don't exist.
So
anymore,
I had
you
my
feel-
driving lesson earlier,
Mm.
and the second I got into the car, the instructor just looked at me, and he had like alcoholic hand sanitizer on him, and he just went,
Yeah.
and I went,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. So like, I had a bit,
Mm.
and he said, don't worry, I've been doing it with everybody, and I was like, okay, no, that's fair. But it was like
Yeah.
really strong. I was like, dude, is this like vodka hand sanitizer or something? Because it stunk the car.
Oh god.
And
Fucking
then,
hell.
what is it? So where I usually practice, my parking is in like this little parking bay area near the beach, and there's like a public toilet there, and people like will go in there just like to use the loo. But he said he walked in there earlier, and some guy like came out, didn't wash his hands.
Fuck
Fucking
me.
idiot.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
get
like,
how
there's a lot of
people,
that really
even
don't care,
before
that's
this,
the
I
thing.
don't get.
I'm
like,
one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
people, but okay. So here's my reason for quarantining. A, because I just like staying inside and doing nothing anyway. That's what I do normally.
Two,
so I'm like,
I don't
fuck
wash
it,
my
yeah,
hands.
Yeah,
excuse.
fuck it though. It's the
And
same
two,
shit.
because I thought, A, I don't really care if I just go about knocking about and getting it right, but I thought if it's like an apocalypse scenario, I want to be like a survivor. You know what I mean?
You
I
wanna
want to be
you
the
wanna
leader of the
Pete,
trash
yeah.
kingdom.
If you could.
Yeah, if I-
Of the
if
trash
can.
domain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that fantasy's never going to become real of me becoming a trash bandit leader.
Unless
Yeah,
I
if
stay
if
inside
I'm dying
for like,
of coronavirus.
Mm.
Something that I wanted to say that happened to me literally before Isaac got here, and I've been saving to tell you guys.
Go
It happened literally like probably half an hour ago.
Mm.
So some unknown number rang me on my phone because I got a new phone. So usually I get like unknown numbers call me or whatever. So I picked it up thinking that maybe it was Isaac because I've got a new phone. So I thought, oh, maybe I didn't
probably.
save Isaac's number or something. So I picked it up. And then I just hear like some mumbling, like, "Oh, and I'm like, hello?
Oh shit.
And then I just
It's like
hear
the garage.
like some mumbling. So I thought, oh, maybe someone accidentally butt dialed me or something. So I'm like, hello? And I went, speaking. And then I was like, who is this? And then I hear mumbling. I looked at my phone thinking like, oh, have I got it muted or something? And I was like, hello? And they're like, hello?
Hello?
And I'm like,
Huh?
hello, who is this? And then he's like, who are you? And I'm like, you called me. I was like, what do you mean, who is this? You called me. And then he was like, yeah, but why should I have to tell you who I am? I'm like, you called me. I don't know who you are. You called me.
Was he Liverpudlian?
Oh,
Why do I have
And
to
then he was
tell
like,
you who
and he
I
was like,
am?
who are you? And I was like,
Wait.
it's Lewis. And he's like, who? And I'm like, Lewis. And I was like, who are you? And he was like, why should I tell you my name? I was like, I just told you my name.
Yeah.
I was boiling. I was shaking because I was so angry, right? And then I was like, I just told you my name, and you're the one calling me.
Why do I have to give you my name? You know?
Yeah, and he was like some little,
Yeah.
he was like some little shit kid,
Liverpudlian.
right?
Why do I have to give you my
Liverpool or some
name?
shit.
You know,
And he was all like mumbling shit. I couldn't hear him. I was like, what? And I was what? I was like, I said, you called me, you idiot. Who are you?
Yeah,
and then he was
exactly.
like, and then he was like, oh, like, oh, why should I have to give you my name? I'm like, I just told you my name. What do you mean? It like, oh, I was just so fucking pissed off. And then he was like, you. He was like, right, don't call me again and delete my number. And I was like, you called me. I was like, what do you mean delete your number?
I can imagine.
I said to him,
Yeah.
I was like, delete your number. And he was like, yeah, delete my number off your phone and I'll delete yours. And I was like, I don't have your number. An unknown number just called me and I picked up.
I can imagine like Lewis getting out of bed, like having like a nice morning with his massive mug of coffee and his Captain Sparkle cereal, whatever the hell it is. And Lucky Charms, yeah. And
Sparkle.
and then
Minecraft.
And I can imagine that's like his first call. He's like, this must be Isaac, and then that has just set him off for the whole day.
Yeah, it made me. I was really angry
Oh,
because I was like shaking, like literally. I could feel
Funnily
myself
enough,
shaking.
I have a
So
similar
like,
story. So I hadn't spoken to my nan for a while, and I was going to see her during the Easter. My nan and granddad. I was going to see her during the Easter, but obviously because of all this stuff now, I can't. So I thought I'll give her a ring. I'm not up to much. So I tried ringing her, and I looked at my phone, and I have 2 different numbers for some reason. So I thought, okay, one of them might be a home phone, the other one might be a mobile. So I rang the first one and went straight to answer phone, and I was like, okay, I'll ring the other one, and she picked up, and I was like, oh yeah, just tried ringing her on the home phone, I think. And she went, oh right, and she was like, I didn't hear it. So I had a conversation with her, I had a conversation with my granddad, and then I'm talking to somebody else after I've talked to them, and I go, oh, sorry, and I see my nan's calling me again. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, my nan's calling me, I have to call you back. And they're like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then I pick up the phone, and some guy goes, oh, fuck is this? He's like,
same guy. It's the same guy.
It's probably the same guy. He's like, oh, fuck is this? And I'm like, I just go, and then I'm not saying anything, because I'm thinking to myself, who the hell is this? And it just goes, and it sounds like they're in a car because they're from far away.
When was this?
Yesterday. They sound
Do you
like.
reckon it's the same guy?
I reckon it
it's
is.
like
I
a
reckon
phone
he's
scammer?
he's trolling everyone. But he sounded like he was in a car because he was doing something. Because he was like, oh, this. He was just like, oh, fuck this. And it sounded from like far away. So I just hung up. But it's either a wrong number which I've written down, or it's somebody I know and I've just renamed him my nan for some reason.
Oh, so you named it? Or
shit.
maybe
Maybe,
that's your
yeah.
nan's old number, and they've
happens.
got your nan's.
Yeah,
nan's
that's
old
what I was
number.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just funny though, because it was like, nan is calling. I was like, okay, and picked up, just like, oh,
It's like, whoa,
What the fuck?
That's pretty weird, you know. I mean, but it totally happens. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think maybe like certain scammers, what they do is they like put numbers together like in a weird sort of like
Yeah.
teamwork way.
Yeah,
And
because
then,
I mean, you're
yeah,
gonna
and
stumble
it's
across
like
one,
it's-
obviously, which might be somebody else's.
So the main
Yeah.
thing I'm worried about this whole coronavirus thing is I'm hoping that my copy of Animal Crossing comes through the post.
I reckon
Oh,
it would.
fuck.
Yeah, fingers crossed. It's already been shipped
Dude.
off.
Yeah.
I had this
obviously,
conversation in the car. You know, loads of films have been like delayed their screenings, or
Yeah.
stopped shooting or whatever. What films, like for example, there's a new Marvel film, like the Black Widow one coming out. Instead of showing it in the cinema, I hope that Disney will just be like, you know what, online streaming,
put it on
and they
live
put it.
streaming.
They just put it on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, and just fuck.
And I hope it's the same for Netflix. I hope they they don't actually say anything. They'll just drop a new film which has been out. They'll just be like, Sonic movie, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fuck it, why not? You know.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Just all over like.
But I'm thinking,
yeah.
there's so much like content online, like YouTube have like what billions of minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
Of, of footage uploaded on a daily basis. Like there's enough content out there. There's enough Minecraft playthroughs for you to binge watch the entire one.
No.
Oh hell yeah!
No, you're talking to someone though that the only proper Minecraft playthrough they've actually they've probably seen like 3. PewDiePie's only plays when they've done a couple of videos.
Look, if you're bored, watch the PewDiePie Minecraft series.
And
nothing to do.
Oh man.
But Shadow of Israel, I've probably watched Shadow of Israel like 6
say
times.
Oh, shit.
But what's the point? Because I'll get to
PewDiePie.
last episode. I'll get to last episode, and then it'll be like, is there another one? No.
I tell
Because
you
I
what,
can.
people could watch / listen to if they're
Joe
bored.
Mama
The Joe Mama
podcast.
Podcast.
The Joe Mama fucking
Hey,
podcast.
can we
you
get a
feel
round
me?
of applause?
Yeah, I chimed in for that one. You feel
That was
You
a
know
nice
what,
little
this-
plug.
Hell yeah.
This Joe Mama thing, I was
Yeah,
listening
yeah.
to a podcast. I was listening to Chris D'Elia's podcast, right? And he said a really good point that like really put like the coronavirus thing into perspective. He said, "Do you remember like last month when the worst thing that happened was Kobe Bryant dying, and now it's like international lockdown."
I'm pretty sure we're just going
And then
through.
the time before that, it was the Australia fires.
I think we're pretty sure we're just going through the what is it, the 7 days and 7 nights that like God fucking
the 7 horsemen of the
Yeah,
apocalypse.
because we've
I
had
think it's like Judgment Day right now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think we're.
because you think
Pretty
back,
yeah,
we've almost had
The trials of God.
Yeah,
we've had flood.
We've had
with
disease,
the bad weather.
which is right now.
I saw somebody put on Facebook there was a bunch of locusts in South Africa and they've started like swarm
Fuck's
again.
sake.
So that's
Oh, yeah, I think there's some in Ethiopia as well. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
loads
yeah,
For
so-
some reason.
It's
Like,
the
so
trials of
fucked.
God.
Yeah. I don't know
literally,
what we've
it's like,
done.
What the fuck?
It's like what you know
Yeah.
the Moses film, the animated one. It's
Yeah.
like that when all the
man.
You mean
all the locusts and
Prince of
and
Egypt?
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
what is
yeah,
that's
it?
a
that's
good
it.
film.
Oh shit.
that is
The plagues.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, another thing that this COVID-19 thing reminded me of is, do you remember? Okay, do you remember when what was the last like big
Flood.
outbreak? Probably like Ebola. or something
Yeah,
like that.
I think it was Ebola.
Okay, right. So I remember. So I'm hoping that me talking about there's going to be like a COVID-19 apocalypse. I know that in a week I'm going to sound stupid because it won't happen. I'm
Yeah.
just being dramatic, right?
Yeah.
But when the Ebola thing came out, my art teacher, she was like, "That's it. I reckon it's going to be like the disease that like ends civilization."
Oh, seriously?
But then I watched a video about it recently. Like I watched that Bill Gates video where he was saying about pandemics and stuff like that, and how we should prepare for pandemics, and he was and it came out around the same time that Ebola was had just ended, and he was like, "How can we look at Ebola to sort of prevent other pandemics?" And then he was saying, well, Ebola is like not like at all like very spreadable because you contract it from people dying or that have died from Ebola, and it like makes people like shit blood and stuff like that. So you'd have to touch that blood that they've shit out and stuff like that. And also it started knocking about in like rural bits of like West Africa. But then it made me think about that American lady that brought Ebola to America. Do you remember? Like it was an American lady. She got Ebola and she went to America. I was thinking, in what possible scenario was she able to contract Ebola and bring it to America? Okay, so
I mean, she must have been like,
so like Ebola, right, started in rural areas of West Africa. She was an American-born lady, right? She was an American-born lady. In what scenario was she in rural areas of West Africa? She wasn't a doctor or anything like that. She was just some fucking schmuck, right? She must have, so And she had never heard of Ebola. She must have never heard of Ebola somehow, like she hadn't heard of it, right? Gone to West Africa in rural villages that have been plagued by some disease, and she didn't know about it. And she somehow contracted, got in contact with a dead or dying body, saw people shitting, sicking, and crying blood, and thought, oh no, this is fine. Walked up to them, and then gone back to America. And why were you there anyway?
Right.
You have no like,
Lewis,
you
Lewis,
have no
got to
family
think,
there.
It's the same from what I know of. Right, I've got a double distinction in BTEC Applied Science. I've learned about this stuff.
Right.
I know this stuff.
Drop it.
But you always got to think about the trail in anything. It's, for example, it's thinking, you could say the exact same thing, saying how somebody could say the coronavirus was, it came from people eating bats or having some kind of contact with bats. And you must be thinking, what kind of person, contracted it, was eating bats and then came over here and able to spread it. But obviously it's spread now, and it's like little things. So she was probably a doctor who was working with them bodies and stuff. And even though they're probably because I remember the updates, and even though like everybody was like, doing as much as they can to keep it sanitary, there's going to be one little bit which is going to come out. You always think of the trail, and that's why they've said to us now, going out, because if you think about it, like one of the reasons why I did want to come over today, which is really stupid, but I could go on the train, could be someone from London getting the same train coming down, they could sneeze, exactly, I could get it, could go on to you, and then it could go on to your girlfriend, who could go to who might go out to the shops and see somebody else. That's why
I'm not like leaving. That's so like when you said you couldn't come, I was like a little bit mad at the time, but then
which I understood,
like,
and I felt
after I was like if someone like,
because I thought about it all morning. That's the reason why I didn't straight away was like, no, because I'm not coming. Because I was like, you know what, I probably could.
Like, I've got work tomorrow, and if they make me work on the tills, like, I'm not doing it without at least wearing gloves.
There's lots of
money,
people on
you
my
don't
work.
know who's touched money. That could have touched thousands of people, and we served hundreds of customers. So I've got hundreds of like pound notes coming in and coins that could have touched thousands, if not millions, of people. And they're all in contact with my
I don't
skin.
even want to talk about my work. Don't even want to talk about my work.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh yeah, Josh works at Tesco's.
Have we brought that up? No. I was listening to our last podcast, and it was like, I started talking about, what was I talking about? It was something. Oh yeah, it was. Do you remember when I told you the story where some guy said to me something quite like dark? And he was and then I was like, oh my god, I feel really sorry. And then that one was like, wait, just like, where's the sausages, mate? And like, Isaac burst out laughing, and it was funny because like I said in that episode, I was like, is it clear that I work at Tesco's? And you're like, oh yeah, there's probably going to be like a montage where all the times where I say, is it clear Josh works at Tesco's? But yeah, I liked that. I liked episode 3. I think we're gradually getting better and better. Yeah.
How have the rampant customers been at Tesco's?
Yeah.
So Josh told me that Tesco's has to open at 5:30 instead of 6 now because the amount of customers is just too crazy that they have to open half hour earlier.
Yeah. So people. So literally, think about this. Okay. How I can put it into some kind of perspective is, if they got blocks of gold selling at Tesco's, which used to be the price of gold, and now suddenly they're only,
and now it's
and
like
now
pennies.
now they're like 99p
it's
a gold.
like if you
and
could
they
go
keep getting
in and
them
buy
in.
Bitcoin.
And they They're not fucking Bitcoin.
Fuck Bitcoin. Me and my home
stock's going down.
But yeah, essentially, just imagine that. So people are coming in, they're like running, they're like, well, I want to get this gold because then I can sell it on afterwards for loads of money. But instead of gold, it's toilet paper.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Yeah, because you can't really sell toilet paper.
Well, no, you can.
Yeah, no, I mean you probably can now, but like
that's
I'm not
joking. Up the road,
it's not going to be worth shit.
Like I live next to like a motorway. Well, not a motorway, but like a dual carriageway, and on that. Some guy is on his van, not dual carriage, but single carriageway. He's got a van, and he's literally selling toilet rolls straight out of it. So obviously he's some kind of driver, and he's just managed to get hold of a sock, and he's thinking,
Yeah.
right, so I can either take this to the place, which I'm supposed to, which is my job, and I can easily get fired, or make some fucking profit by selling
so
it to
good.
people.
Money, dude.
So
Yeah,
good.
who did
Dude, I would do the same thing. I
Get
swear to
that
God.
bread, homie.
Yeah. This ain't no A4 paper, homie. This that Pampers shit. This that shit to make your like fucking like ass feel juicy and shit.
People
you
are-
feel me? Goddamn.
people are just
Like,
Fucking idiots.
I'm gonna ask if anybody has any questions, by the way.
Questions.
Questions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What questions have we got, Josh?
Well, let me answer that question.
That's it.
Question 1 from Rosie. We've got, why is Lewis the way that he is? Go on, explain that
Shit,
one. Lewis.
man.
Yo,
I don't know why I am the way I am, but let me tell you this: I've been the same way since I came out. Since I came out the womb.
That doesn't surprise me, honestly.
Since I came out the womb,
Yeah.
well, I think about shit that I used to think when I was a kid, and I was like, man, I was kind of right, low key.
Yeah,
and
to
then
be fair.
and there was shit that I would think like back then that I still think now. Obviously, like I don't think I thought any like dumb stuff. You know what I mean? Like I learned a lot of stuff, like how to write and shit like that, and count, which I'm still like there about it.
Yeah.
But like in terms of the way I think, like the things that I think are stupid back then as a child, I'm like, I realize that they are still also stupid to this day. Like things like certain fashion trends and stuff like that. When I was a kid, I was like, man, that looks fucking stupid. And I bet in a few years that people are gonna think that they're stupid for that. And then guess what? Nowadays, guess what?
Yeah.
It was a trend that died out, and everyone was like, oh man, I can't believe I looked like that back then.
Oh, dude,
And guess
yeah.
what? I was right as a kid. That type of shit happens. Like that, you know, that pineapple haircut.
Yeah.
Where, like people would gel their hair down really gelled, and then have this bit spiked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Remember
pretty
the
awful.
pineapple haircut?
I remember that, but I don't remember anybody saying that was good. That's like the same as
Everyone
like
had it though. So
it's the
it
same
was
as like
just-
rat tails and stuff. It's like it's a bit like man buns. Like man buns like look okay on the right person, but I don't think anybody could pull it off. If I
Yeah.
came like
Yeah.
if I came round and I had a man bun, you'd be like, what the fuck? And I'd be like, nah, it's cool, it's fashionable. Just wait till
Yeah.
2 weeks time, it will still not be fashionable, or even
Well-
years later.
I mean, I did.
Yeah.
Go on, Isaac.
I'll skip you, yeah. But I mean, I feel like I have some sort of perspective on this because I used to have like five years worth of hair, right? So basically, as soon as I had my shit grown, right, everyone was like, man bun this, man bun that, and I was like, it looks fucking retarded on me. So
Yeah, that's the thing.
you
Like
know,
it varies on
I'd just
people.
rather
Yeah.
let my hair grow out and then just have a ponytail or something like that. You know?
That's another
yeah.
thing. I
Mm.
at the time when man buns were like a thing, I was like, man, this is stupid, and everyone, it's going to be stupid in a few years, and guess what? Stupid.
Oh,
But I
Yeah.
think it's cool again now
Exactly.
because it's not like a dumb trend that fuckboys have. It's like just things
It's just
that people
everyone.
have with long hair.
we may have to. Okay, I think I'm alright. I just accidentally pulled up one of my folders on under the
Oh,
screen,
fuck.
so it's like. But luckily, it's just my garage. It's just my garage band one, so it's nothing too important.
It's
I
not
was
a
just
hentai
going.
folder.
Yeah, it's not my 2 terabyte homework folder.
Do we have any more questions?
Yeah.
It's pretty brave.
I was gonna say, like, I personally feel that I changed quite a lot to the
Yeah.
times. So I always love wearing shirts like this, which like just have a graphic on it, but I never cared about the brand. And this is a Levi shirt. But now,
So
like,
people know it's.
yeah, but the thing is, I don't even care about that. It's just nice to have something like that.
Yeah, it feels nice to have stuff that's.
But that
nice.
never really, like when I was
And
younger,
also something that
mattered
I've
to me.
noticed, like I always used to just wear like Primark shirts or whatever. I still do now to an extent, but like when you do own like 1 or 2 like shirts that are from
You're, like,
like
proud,
a well-known
yeah.
brand, you can feel the difference in quality.
Totally, yeah, and you feel different about yourself as well. You're like,
Yeah.
because you all come
The
because when I know
expensive
you,
shirts I've had have like lasted a lot longer than those shirts. Like
Yeah, that's
my
facts,
other like just cheap shirts, they would like they'd like rip, or like the stitching would come out, or like
Yeah,
the print would come
especially
out
with
more.
jeans.
Like when you wash it once, it comes out all wacky.
Yeah, I need to get at some point like a decent pair of jeans because I've always just got Primark jeans, which are good and they're good for money, good for quality. But I usually have them for about 6 months, and then they'll be like, and I have to get a new pair.
Oh damn! Yeah.
Compared to another pair which I could like just wear for at least like 2 or 3 years.
Any more questions?
Yeah, totally.
Right, Rosie, back again. Thanks, Rosie. She says, if Jesus can walk on water, can he swim on land?
No. I mean, if you've seen the documentary Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Yeah,
you would know that
the World War II documentary.
Jesus is probably a waterbender.
Yeah, World War II. Yeah.
He's probably the Avatar, but like he originates as a waterbender, I think, because he turned water into wine, and he could walk on water, stuff like that.
I disagree with that point because
And he could heal stuff because water healing is something that is in
I don't think
Avatar.
I don't think that Jesus is a waterbender. I feel like at somewhat he can, he can blend all different elements. So he
like the Avatar?
Yeah, like the Avatar, like
holy shit,
like the documentary Avatar. Like the James Cameron film Avatar.
No. Fuck James Cameron. He ruined the name Avatar.
So my reasoning for that is I feel like he'll have the strength to like actually swim and pull through land. Because you remember he died, didn't he? They put him on a cross and they went, he's dead. So they put him on a cross, and then he got put into the little cave.
That incarnation of the
He got put into the little cave, and they were really sad. They're like, I don't want to see him again. So they put a massive rock in front of his grave. They're like, good, nobody can get in and see him again. Is it a catty? Catty.
It's a catty. She may step on my laptop.
Yeah, luckily my cat is asleep. I'll show him in a sec. Yeah, so I feel like if he had the power to move that massive rock, even though he just died.
What, like a... Oh, so
I
he
feel
can
like
also bend Earth as well.
No, I feel like he has the strength, the mass to pull himself through the ground and actually.
No, I reckon he was like an Earthbender, so he could just.
So he'll be Oh, I don't know. That's a good point.
Shit.
Yeah, maybe.
So he could just like that.
I mean,
Like he could use the pause, like very Star Wars, like.
So confirmed, Jesus was the last known incarnation.
Confirmed.
Of the Avatar.
Bing bing.
Yo, confirmed.
We need a little sound effect there.
Confirmed.
Facts.
Jesus was the last known incarnation of the Avatar.
Yo, just irrefutable facts.
Yeah, the more you know.
Right. Okay, we've got quite a relatable question, topical question. Maddie says, my question is, what alternatives to toilet paper do you suggest? And she's been nice enough to send in a little photo of what she's been using. So that's what she's been using.
Ah, tortilla.
Yeah, the classic tortilla.
That's really not a bad suggestion.
Yeah, when I'm
it's really soft and comfortable, and I reckon it could be quite durable.
And you can eat it afterwards as well.
But you can't leave it out.
Shit. Yes.
Oh, eat shit.
Yo, eating shit, my pool. Oh, dose. You feel me? Oh no. Yeah.
But the main thing is you can't leave it out because it would go stale really quickly. Like go hard and stale really quick.
Oh yeah, it's a good point.
What I had to do yesterday, I literally had to use a
combination of baby wipe and kitchen roll.
I'm lucky.
So I wiped my ass with kitchen roll to get the main mass off.
Premium supply.
Yo, go!
So so I just keep that in my room for when it's like studio. It's for the studio. Yeah, when I shit myself, I keep it there. It's just in case.
Yeah, when it's accident.
But it's funny because obviously all this mayhem now. I keep looking at it and I'm just like, I could sell this for.
Don't sell that. Keep it because you won't have any left.
Yeah.
And sell it for.
Well, no, I'm not going to sell it. Do you guys want to see my cat as well?
Okay, cat showing times.
All right. I need to...
Show and tell cat edition.
Hell yeah, you know.
Eject the drive.
I mean, my cat's overseas right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, why?
Actually, no. It's not actually overseas.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just at home.
It's just
it's just at my house. So.
Overseas.
I was gonna say, I thought it was in like France.
Alright,
Yo,
okay.
imagine that. Oh my god.
Come with me on a little trip. We are going to see my cat.
Oh, this is like so immersive. Oh my god.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Me.
Oh, fatty
It's your
sleeping
boy.
catty.
Where's his head? Look, there he is.
girl.
Ah,
Okay.
it's a boy.
Oh, hell
He
yeah,
is the
that's it,
cutest
that's it.
cat, though. He is, honestly. What is it? So, we're watching, my mum and my sister and me, we were watching Sharknado 5, as you do. Because I didn't know, but like I was scrolling, I wanted to watch something. I was scrolling through like what we'd recorded. And over Christmas, I recorded it because I must have saw it on the Cypher channel. I went, "Oh shit, we've got Sharknado!" And my sister was like, "What the hell was that?" And I was like, "I'll show you."
Just you wait.
Brilliant. Okay, the title of it is called Sharknado. It's called Sharknado About Time, I think. And essentially what it is they have to go back in time to defeat the first ever Sharknado. And I think they do it, but they also got to find their there's this guy's son, and he's like jumping through time because he's caught in this Sharknado, which is jumping through time.
It's a time traveling native.
Yeah,
shark.
but the CG is legit the best thing I've ever seen. Oh shit, that's not right. I keep pulling stuff up, which I'm not supposed to.
Yo, all the hands out. Oh my god.
On my desktop. Oh, because I keep wanting to like look up stuff. Because I don't want people to see my email. I mean, my email's not the worst.
While you're looking
thing,
it up, can I just say something?
Yeah, sorry, go on.
So outside of my house, I can see like the whole road, right? So there's like just a bunch of like teenage kids like walking around, and I'm just thinking, I get that they closed the school. I get that they closed the school, but they didn't close the school because it's a fucking holiday. We're in a national crisis right now.
Yeah.
You can't just be walking out. You're gonna die, and you're the problem. You kids are the problem.
I mean, I bet it's probably like, you know, my sister or some shit as well.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
I'm just like, you should be staying at home. It's like the reason why they closed the school isn't so you can play outside with your friends, right? And spread diseases, right?
Yeah.
It's so that you can stay inside, not go to school and mingle with your friends, so that you don't catch a disease and die. Right?
Yeah. Oh,
Instead, they're just like acting like this national crisis is a holiday. Stop playing outside. Stop playing outside. I want to be outside and I can't. That's really the main reason why I'm angry.
Yeah.
Oh well, I think we're going to sign off now because my laptop's about to oof.
Good idea.
But thank you so much for watching this Corona
Should I play us out?
special. We'll try and get this up as soon as possible so that it's still relevant. Oh yeah, sign us off.
I'll play us out. All right, should we all do a little song together?
Let's do it. Yeah.
I mean, I can't. Heads up, I can't play the piano.
Okay, so
should we get the what kind of tone do you want on it? Do you wanna?
Huh? I want it to be kind of sad.
What can be sad? That might be a bit sad. The Joe Mama Podcast.
No, just sample yourself.
Oh shit.
Do the sampler again.
Yeah,
okay. All right. What should I sample? Goodbye.
Say yeah, goodbye. Yeah.
No. We could say something funnier than goodbye.
Okay.
Corona.
Yeah. Say Corona.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Corona. Okay. Corona. Oh, should I just do that?
That's the hardest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you, the Joe Mama Podcast. Thank you, Joe Mama Podcast. Thank you, Joe Mama Podcast.
Thanks for watching the JM Cast. Thanks for watching the JM Cast. Don't die of COVID-19. Wash your hands, you filthy fuck. And I'm not gonna touch any of you. If you come and see me in the street, then don't fucking touch or talk to me. Bye! I'm just gonna go downstairs and check that I've locked the door when I let Isaac in. By the way.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. I'll edit.
Or we can
this
turn
bit
it to the Isaac and Josh show. No, it's alright. Keep it in.
Yo, it's the Isaac
No,
and Josh
Keep it
show.
in. No, we're gonna
shit.
keep that. We're gonna keep this bit of just me and Isaac, and then
Oh,
you're,
hell yeah,
and that's gonna be it. Okay, we've got some questions, Lewis.
Oh, that's your animal for us.
Oh yeah, what you
Yeah.
got?
I'll wait for you to do the door and then come back.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
sick, come. Oh, sick.
Delivery, man. I want to get delivery.
Delivery. Oh shit. Well, shiver me timbers. Oh my god, I've never been recorded with just me and you.
I never
Oh my god,
thought-
this is so crazy.
It's amazing.
Oh my god.
Right now, the
Yeah.
person's out of the room. Let's talk about some proper music.
Music,
Now the
you feel
professionals.
me?
Now the professionals are talking now.
Hell yeah, you know.
So-
why not, you know?
So you've released 2 new tracks
Yeah, I dropped 2 new tracks. Yeah, oh man.
at Cuzzy Days on SoundCloud. Dropping a link in the description. Check him out.
Yeah, you know, check me out, you know, yeah. And also check out Pink for a Day as well, you know, on Young Tuesday. Oh, everyone, you
Yeah.
feel me? Fucking everyone.
Call from my jeweler dish just in, and bitches love me cause I'm fucking with their best friends.
It'd be cool to record it at my house more often.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more chilled out.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what I
And
mean?
then we can be like them. We can be like them three guys on the
Chill
sofa. We could do we could recreate the "Is Fortnite Dead" video.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'd be in the middle like this.
Oh my god, yo, we actually could, because it's like the same fucking like sofa.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's done.
Yeah.
We could do a "Is Joe Mama" podcast then.
I put it down from the whips and my diamonds. I'm in stay high like I'm supposed to do. That crowd.
How do I end recording?